Buttons depressed.
Yep.
Yep. But on the set.
All right. Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB Radio Free Britannia. In no other frickin' better place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, lunch with no other than the dynamic duo themselves, Laz and Jack.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another exciting edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where Jack gets to work and figure things out.
Yes, he does, because Jack's got a real job. And welcome to today's show, boys and girls. As again, we're kicking off season 8, 8+ years, bringing you the latest news from inside and outside Shroud of the Avatar. It is Thursday, January 5th, 2023, here inside and outside Shroud of the Avatar. And a big shout out to Buck Denzin, who just followed. And yes, it is. Yes, indeed. The Britannia Mining Company from a decade ago in UO. Was also over here in Shroud of the Avatar. Duke Ezekiel Cooper is the leader, same guy from back in UO. He's carried on over. And Waldo starting us off with 300 bits. Happy new Shroud year, Waldo.
Yeah.
Happy New Year to you and the missus, Laura. How are you guys doing out there? Hope the new year was well for you all. Hope the kiddies are doing fine. And of course, let's go ahead and get this up here because we can. We got little Miss Jewel, of course, still doing her thing, but we got the kitty cam. Oh, where is it? What happened? Oh, I see what happened. The camera flipped. The camera flipped. There it is. Little Miss Jewel hanging out in her cage because she's got to be quarantined for a little while, but the newest member of the family this year. And of course, Rusty's out back hanging out, solo doing his thing. So, Jack, where are your kitty cats?
Well,
Where's
right there
right
is
there?
Lily, and but that is between the two cat trees.
Okay. Maynard with
One is completely
500
destroyed. The other
bits.
one is still in pieces. And
And
another 300 bits
Waldo with
from Waldo.
300 more bits. And of course,
And
I got to
now
get Waldo a couple of game keys.
there
And
goes Lily's tail.
Waldo and the Maynard are going to have that choice whether we're going to stop what we're doing and play some marbles or go on with the nudes. But first things first, let's get Waldo a couple of mystery game keys. He's going to get a copy of when ski lifts go wrong. And I don't know if you've got Narcos Rise of the Cartels yet, Waldo. If you can check and let me know.
I don't know, but let's just say Waldo's getting himself a copy of the Everspace Ultimate Edition, which is Everspace and an Encounters DLC, as well as the upgrade to the Deluxe Edition.
And Waldo has not answered me yet, but Bridge Troll with 200 bits. And of course, that triggered the hype train. Waldo already has Narcos, so I will give that away later. Waldo says nudes. How about some Leisure Suit Larry? Do you have the Leisure Suit Larry Wet Dreams double pack, Waldo? Because I think you deserve that one.
It is the real question: is Waldo still giving that to his grandkids?
If not, he might be sharing it with his wife these days.
Oh,
Waldo with another 400 bits.
Man, fuck. Okay.
And that pushes us over to level 2 on the hype train, which means we'll be giving away some extra goodies here. And of course, I'll be giving away some goodies just because we're not doing that. But something we haven't done in a while because nobody's given us 200 bits is quotes from Lazarus Long, thanks to Waldo. Thanks to Bridge Troll. And quotes from Lazarus Long. Darling, a true lady takes off her dignity with her clothes and does her whorish best. At other times, you can be as modest and dignified as your persona requires.
Oh.
Quotes from Lazarus Long.
So do you hear the dings?
Yes, I do. Waldo with 1,000 bits kicking it today. Waldo has the original soft porn adventures before he got renamed to Leisure Suit Larry. But do you have the new ones? Leisure Suit Larry's Wet Dreams Don't Dry and Wet Dreams Dry Twice is what I'm trying to find out, Waldo. You have those too. All right, so we'll just pick another random game key and give that to you. We're gonna do
I am going to have to go. Bye-bye.
Desponia Doomsday. Bye-bye. You leaving us or you just going mute?
This is probably going to be a work thing that's going to take a while. So
okay.
I'll see you later.
So bye-bye, Jack. Jack's got to run. So Jack may be back with us. Jack may not be back with us. And Waldo's going to be leaving us shortly as well. Let's go ahead and you probably have Desponia Doomsday also. How about Doom 64? Gotta find something you don't have. Waldo with another 300 bits. Gonna have to buy a couple of bundles just for Waldo's. The Maynard Says he's got a quote of the day: just because you ride a jackass does not mean you are Jesus Christ. And that gets us to level 3 on the hype train. We've got some game keys and some giveaways to catch up on here. We'll get this out to Waldo. Waldo, you can just message me here in the PMs here. Tell me if you got that one. I'll recycle it. But meanwhile, let's go ahead and do a couple other giveaways. You all know what to do. Exclamation, I love free shit to get in on the action. Okay, well, I gave you the Doom 64, and I'll give you the Desponia also. But you don't have those. We'll add those to your collection. Very cool. Thank you for the updates. So those are going out to Waldo. Don't forget, you too can get yourself your hands on mystery game keys. All you got to do is donate 300 bits. 300 bits gets a game key. 100, 200, 400, and all other denominations. Don't 500 bits or more triggers a game of marbles if you so choose. And of course, or we go to the news, and every time we get to about 500 bits or so, we'll be doing giveaways. So, exclamation, I love free shit. I only see 3 people in there. Nobody wants some free game keys? I'm shocked. I am shocked. But we are at level 3 on the hype train, which means we'll be giving away some extra goodies at the end of the show, which will be level 2 gets us to Oddworld, Stranger's Wrath worth $9.99. Level 3 will be giving out a copy of Red Out Enhanced Edition worth $19.99, sorry. Get us to level 4, we'll be doing a complete edition of Dungeons 2, which is worth $32.66. Get us to level 5. The Siberia triple pack worth $55.97. Get us past level 5, and I've got some other goodies worth $50, $60 bundles. Whip, yes, Jack is off. Jack had a work thing come up just a moment ago, and he had to take off and handle the real life stuff because, he gets paid the big bucks to run that company and make sure things are running properly. But at least he's working from home and he doesn't have to go into the office. But okay, only a couple people in here, so your odds are better at getting these mystery game keys. So first one is going to be for Narcos, Rise of the Cartels. And we're going to close that giveaway, pick ourselves a wiener. And Jigoku, you lucky lady, you. Jigoku always gets herself a win. And how you doing, Jigoku? Jigoku does not play Shroud of the Avatar. Maybe one of these days we'll actually get her to load up the game and come join us. Maybe she'll show up on set one day and surprise us. But Jigoku's going to get a copy of Rise of the Cartels, and I'll pull one more right now just for shits and giggles. Super Drap forever. Super Drap, you're going to get yourself a copy of Stealth Inc. 2. Stealth Inc. 2. And when we get to the butt of the hour, I will pull a couple more because we got a couple more to go through. Hype Train is about to close at level 3. 30 seconds or so. Is that 30 or 50 seconds? 50 seconds left. The rise of the shits and giggles. But Super Drap, you're going to get your key. Let me get that over to you. Super Drap forever. There you are. Come on. Get in there. That's what she said. And Torque with 100 bits. Thank you, Torque. Happy New Year to you. Hope all is well over there in Germany. And let's go ahead and reset these giveaways. Make sure you get in on the next round. Exclamation, I love free shit. Exclamation, Bundle Me for streamer bundles at the bottom and top of the hour. And that was it on the hype train. Thank you all. Thank you, Torque. Thank you, Maynard. Thank you, Aldo. Thank you, Bridge Troll, for your wonderful support today. Love you guys. And of course, love yous all, because without all you good folks, we wouldn't be here doing what we do over 8 years straight. And of course, our newest follower out there was what was his name? Let me find him. Buck Denzen, which is a nice play on Buck's Den out in UO. Were you a BMC member by any chance, Buck? And are you a player in Shroud of the Avatar, or did you just happen to stumble upon our stream today? Inquiring minds want to know. Let's see. Do I have a Buck Denzen on my friends list? If I do, it's not here. And is he even out there paying attention still? All right. Well, hopefully he'll chime in here in just a minute and let us know. Fridge Troll, what is that? Bundle Dwip? You want me to bundle up Dwip and give him away? I don't know about that. All right, anyway, moving right along. Let's go ahead and we're going to kill the kitty cam because she's just sleeping over there and she's not doing much. She's just bored sitting in that cage. You know, she'll be out hopefully in another week or so and be able to roam around and get familiarized with the house. But moving right along, we've got some topics from while we've been off and some other things. How is Shroud? Have they added tons of new stuff? Heard nothing of the new area. Yeah, nothing since last month, Bridge Troll. Of course, should I guess I'll start off with this. We were talking about this right before we went on break for the holidays, and do a quick recap, which is the community engagement through roadmap. Oh yeah, kitty cam's on over here too. We gotta turn that off. Community engagement through a roadmap, where Segalian wanted to know whether we were going to get some kind of roadmap. Crafty comes back with some sarcasm, as only Crafty method could. David says there's going to be a roadmap. They put one out every year. They could have missed one. I reminded everybody that there hasn't been a roadmap published since 2020. So 3 years ago in January. And of course, Ravlox comes out to say that he's closing this thread as the question had been answered, which is that there is going to be a roadmap released with R110 at the end of this month. So apparently, David was not speaking out of his ear, and they actually do have a roadmap they plan on publishing, of course, after Chris's comments in 2020, and I think it was 2019, I think was the last one, actually. 2020, he said he wasn't going to do it. I had them up, a while ago, but it's been several years since we got a roadmap, because Chris says, I'm not doing a roadmap like I used to do, because, you know, then you guys try and hold us to it, and we promise too much, and blah, blah, blah. And that's when Chris promised to promise less and deliver more, but neither one of those has actually come to fruition either, as it may be. Unfortunately, well, they did promise less. Things are not going to change, and of course, yes, that's just it. Again, Bridge Troll is while there's been many naysayers on that part, The amount of income that comes in through crown sales and subscriptions is pretty sizable. Again, last time we actually sat down and used the metrics. Actually, we didn't do it. Somebody else did, and we just used those metrics to determine a number. They had an income of 50 to 60,000 a month, believe it or not. And I don't think that's changed much. If anything, I think that number might have even gone up with new subscriptions. Maps, yeah, I've got something on that front for you as well. Did I put it over there yet, though? I did not put it over there. Let me see. I do have something on that topic because, yes, I did hit on that yesterday as well. Because you know me and the maps, something that we've been promised for years and years and years and years and years. And we're still waiting for it to be finished with. No, they haven't agreed on that because, again, for the last 2 years running, uh, you know, Ravlox last year said he'd have it by the end of the year. He didn't. In January, he said he'd have it by the end of this past year. He didn't. Well, maybe we'll see maybe what the roadmap has to say on that. But since you brought that out, we'll do that. Game Boys 29, is that right, boys? Oh boy. This Game Boy 291. What's up? He wants to offer a promotion of our channel. Yes. You know what, Game Boys is we don't need any of that promotion, and anybody who does that to us, well, you know what they get? They get that. They get the ban hammer. Because we don't need your spam over here. Is we don't need the promotion because if you knew what we were doing, you would understand that we do all the promotion ourselves around here. Yeah, he's asking about your vehicle warranty. Yeah, don't need that, don't want that, and of course the spam bots should pick that up, but they didn't. But let's get this over there because Segalian actually has an interesting, and this could be a way to actually fund maps if you actually think about it. He says, before I understood the issue with maps, I thought that maybe I had to buy the maps for a scene before it would display. I think a map system would be fun and intuitive. Yeah, a map system like they purchased from Jacob White was perfect. He even had a little add-on that allowed you to use, so you can track all your guild members or party members like UO Automap used to do. Fully working, by the way. And they threw the whole thing out the window a couple of years ago because before they purchased it, they didn't find out that it took about 10, 11 hours to generate a map like Jacob White was doing. And, they have a new mapping system which allows them to do maps. But anyway, the UO map system was great. And the Shroud Soda map from Jacob White was fantastic. It's still pretty useful for the most part. I would just wish they would, find a way to add on to it, build it, and make it functional again, and of course finish out and flesh out the rest of the maps. But Segalian goes on to say he would actually like to see two things: buy a map for a scene and store it in your map book, or a cartography skill that allows you to use map paper to draw a map of a scene as you explore. You can then make copies of that to sell, which is pretty cool. Cartography is a skill that we should have in here, along with treasure hunting, treasure maps, another item that we don't ever see or hear about again. And Hyper Light Drifter 1981 wants to know whatever happened to Core. He just disappeared into the nether. gaming regions, and he hasn't been heard from in ages. We used to talk a lot, actually. He used to hang out with us, and while he was doing a little bit for the company, he just drifted off into the Netherlands, went into a dungeon, has not ever been seen since. And they were huge, though. What are you referring to, Bridge Stroll? You know, is I can't say that one way or the other. Is everybody has their own feelings about it, and most of everybody who's ever worked down there that I've known personally, and I still know many of the people who work there. I've gotten to meet the whole staff and crew several times over, and befriend everybody from Richard down to Star, Chris, Dallas, you name them. I've met them along the line pretty much. And for most of the staff out there, about the only ones I really haven't met in person right now would be like David and Allium. I haven't met them in person, but of course I've known them for years in the game through gameplay. Um, yeah, he was a mover and shaker, especially in PvP. But unless they do something like full loot, I don't ever expect to see PvP ever come into this game in any real sense of the game. Speaking of PvP, let's go ahead and take a look. Who do we got here in Owl's Head? We got a new person in Owl's Head. I love when I see new people in Owl's Head. And of course, the leaderboards will give that away. Leaderboards. In the last day, we had a whole 3 people, they say, even though there's actually 6 people listed here. Uh, you can see how big PvE is here on the leaderboards. In the last 7 days, they say 18 players, as all these people are tied for 18th. And of course, last 30 days, 56. Not a really whole lot of people PvPing, and you can tell by the numbers here. Who's doing kills? These guys who died 29 times and 19 times and all these high death counts, more likely than not are just helping somebody train skills. When you have a kill to death ratio of 0.02, you're probably not actually PvPing quite well. Where Ravlox with he shouldn't even be up there. 71 kills, 0 deaths. He probably killed a whole bunch of people doing something somewhere that he wasn't supposed to be doing, using some GM powers, because I doubt he actually has 0 deaths. Well, he's got the GM God mode, so I'm guessing that he was doing something nasty, testing some stuff. So the real action starts in number 2, 39. Soto is with the sub. Thank you, Soto is. Soto is, you know the rules. Tell us what you want to do. Continue on with the nudes, or stop and play a game of marbles. But this is somebody who's actually PvP in. 39 kills, 27 deaths. 27 deaths, 27 kills, 2 deaths. These 2 guys look like they're doing okay. And again, anybody who's got the high death count, I'm going to guess they were actually helping somebody else train, is what they were doing. But not a lot of action for as many players as we have around here. And of course, it would be nice. Yeah, for a month. So top PvPer finds 2 fights a day. Absolutely. Of course, we have what was it? That island out there that was supposed to be PvP controlled. The hell's the name of it? You all know what I'm talking about. That was a pretty cool idea for incentive. You know, the winners get to control the island Blood Bay. Thank you. But of course, you know, they can't keep up with even the smallest of promises that, you know, let people fight it out and hold control. Should just have built an automated system that says the most wins gives control to X, Y, Z. But because of the use of player-owned towns, the way they've done that, um, you know, it sort of screws the pooch when it comes right down to it. Is the other good example is something that we found earlier, which is Castle Atos. Castle Atos is technically a POT. It appears in offline mode, but you can't use the banks there because POT banks are off limits in offline mode. But you can actually access Castle Atos in offline mode, but you can't actually use the bank properly. You can take stuff out, but you can't put stuff in, and they've got to fix stuff like that. Why they just didn't build Castle Atos as a regular scene and make it a regular scene they could bake on in, I don't know. You know, maybe this year we'll sit down and get Chris to appear on the show and answer some of them odd questions. Chris is very gracious usually by coming on, and he will take the tough questions. He will humor us and come on in and hang out and have a good time with us. So maybe we'll do that. You know, anybody who's interested in seeing something like that, just shout out there and chat. Let us know whether you'd be interested in seeing yet another interview with Chris, if we could find him, if he's not out hiking. I know, Chris. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, everybody jokes about you doing your hikes, and of course, we're not immune to it either. But it is the butt of the hour, and with the butt of the hour comes streamer bundles. So hope you're all bundled up as I get on over here to close out the giveaways for streamer bundles. Otherwise, it says interview, yes. And let's see who's going to win. Oops. No, not enter the giveaway. Close the giveaway. There we go. And draw a wiener. And Bridget Royal. Bridge Show, you are the winner. You know what I'm going to do just because I can today? I'm going to draw another winner. And the Maynard, because I've got plenty of them to give away because my mailbox was full. If anybody heard me wondering why I didn't have streamer bundles, that's because they were on my lot because they couldn't mail them to me. So the Bridge Troll and the Maynard both going to get themselves a couple streamer bundles as sure, you got to reset yourself, so I got to do this. That bundle me. Because New Year it reset. I don't know why it did that then. And let's go ahead and get these out to you guys. Bridge Troll. I really love this new mail filter. So sweet. Makes life easier. And the Maynard, make sure you're raffled up as well because gonna go ahead and do 2 more giveaways. Come on. There we go. And there we go. Streamer bundles given away. Good luck to you guys on those streamer bundles. So much snow and it won't stop. Well, you're going to hate the fact that it's 70 plus degrees here. Been 80 the last couple days. A little cloudy today. But of course, that's why I live in Florida. So, posing the giveaway, picking our first winner. And Dwip. Congratulations, Dwip. Let's see what we've got for Dwip. I am not a monster, first contact. I am not a monster, first contact going out to Dwip. Goku, you are most welcome, as always. Goku always sends me a little thank you note. And our second winner, that's right, Dwip is a wiener. And the Maynard is our next winner. Maynard, you're going to get yourself a copy of Morbid, the Seven Alkalites. Congratulations to the Maynard. And of course, we will have more giveaways at the end of the show, thanks to the hype train. Sotowiz says, including Justin, Allie, etc. Is interesting. Interesting thoughts, Justin. I mean, I can get Justin here just about any time. Is she ain't got much to say. She's really pretty much CS customer service, and she doesn't usually speak to what's going on there. Allie pretty much just takes care of the release notes and stuff and bug hunting. I think maybe David might be a guy to get in here. Super Drap says, thank you. I joined, got rebooted, but I'm back with the key. And the Maynard, let me get you your key before I forget. I usually give them to you here. I think I do. Yes, I do. Some folks, I hand them over to them in Discord. And you're quite welcome as I reset these and reopen the giveaways. Remember, exclamation, I love free shit. Get in on the action. Exclamation, bundle me for a chance to win some streamer bundles at the end of the show. More like personal interviews, like how they got started, responsibilities, life on the job stuff. Interesting. I will give that some thought and maybe start a little conversation with the devs and see what they have. Again, back when we first started, we did lots of interviews. We had, of course, Richard and Starr several times. We've had Chris several times. We even had Tracy Hickman once, which was probably one of my highlight interviews. And I'll recap that real quickly because it was a real funny story. Is when I wanted to do an interview with Tracy, I was trying to find a way to reach out to him, and we had made a couple tweets together, and never got an answer from it. So I went out to his website looking for an email, and actually found the phone number on the website. So I said, what do I got to lose? I called the phone number, figured I'd get an answering service or a management company or, just an answering machine. And I dialed the number, and wouldn't you know it, frickin' Tracy picked up the phone, said hello. And I'm like, hello, Tracy? He says, yeah, who's this? So I introduced myself and told them what I was calling for, and got myself the interview. And that was a pretty cool one, is getting to talk to him, because Tracy was, of course, a what is the word I'm looking for? I was a big fan. Let's just put it this way. I've read a lot of his books, and I really enjoyed a lot of his works, especially the Dragonland series with him and Margaret. And it was just really cool that I can just pick up the phone. Yeah, Dragonlance stuff was, incredible. I can't even think anything else, but I read a lot of him over the years. And, you know, just the fact that I found the phone number and he answered the phone was, mind blowing to begin with. The man answers his own phone that's on his website. He's like, actually, I was just taking calls today, he said, but, usually he does let it go to voicemail and then calls people back. So I got lucky. And again, it was a really cool experience. But back to the main topic. Yeah, getting overviews. I mean, yeah, Justin, for me, I know all that information, but you guys don't. So I'll have to run that by her. I'll float that by her later and see what she thinks about approaching the rest of the staff on that. And if she thinks it's a good idea, I will broach that subject in the forums. I'll send a PM out to everybody, tag them all, and see who bites and who doesn't. And I will let you know down the line what happens with that. So, but anyway, back to where I was. Maps. Who thinks that maps should be something that we should able to draw and create ourselves? That would be something I think would be great if there wasn't a map system included in the game. But of course we do. We've had multiple versions of it. Interview Z. Z, you want to do an interview? Want to talk to Z? Just go catch him while he's streaming. He'll answer all the questions you want. I think everybody already knows that, though. But hey, how about a bridge troll interview? Yeah. Find out what's on bridge troll's mind. I don't know if I'd be able to. I'd have to charge admission because that would be like rated R, at least. But moving right along, let's get to another topic. Let's see. I already got that one through the roadmap. Maps. Do I want to do this one here? Or let me see. Yeah, we'll go to item filtering. Yeah, filter needed. Now, speaking of filters, yeah, that would be a pay-per-view event, Bridge Troll. I think that's what that would be, But Segalian, once again, he's been pretty popular and pretty vocal out there. And let me just do a refresh just to see if anybody. But I don't necessarily agree with what he's got to say here. I do understand where he's coming from, but as it is, I think that well, let me do this before I give you a commentary. His topic is item filtering. Whether I'm looking at my own inventory or looking at goods for sale, I would really love more filter options. I can look at equipment, but I can't easily look for leather armor or iron bladed weapons. Yes, I can type in a keyword, but I would love a system where items are sorted more in an expanding tree type layout. I can go to equipment, then armor, then heavy, then chest plate, and finally to iron. This would probably be more difficult, but I would like to sort by other properties such as enchantments or durability. I might be looking for a copper chest plate with +3 strength with a durability of at least 200. Yeah, good luck on that one. Um, but while I understand what he wants, oh, Ridge Troll, do tell. Let me finish my train of thought on this one because yeah, that's going to derail the train real quick. Um, now I really don't see the need for something like that. And let me get over here, just hit my inventory. First off, drop that back down. Just going to equipment allows you to you know just sort by equipment. But if you're looking for something, in particular, like say a hat, I know I've got hats, it's pretty easy to sort for what you're looking for. Leather, I don't think I have anything really in leather, but yeah, I do. Yeah. And of course, with the the what is it? The pluses and minuses, you'll notice that these things have highlighted names on them because these are actually got patterns on them. But usually, let's just see. I think I'm gonna have to make a trip to prove this point. I have to go out to let's try Novia Market real quick. Oops. Let's go out to Novia Market real quick. Uh-oh. Rich Troll's dumping. Yeah, well, you should have known that was going to happen. You probably could have thrown it in Discord, and it probably would have kept the formatting. But greetings, we are writing to confirm your postal address for the shipment of physical rewards associated with your Lord of the Isle pledge. The signed box copy of the game. The silver ring is being forged by Lord British and should be ready soon. The last outstanding real-world component of the Lodi package is a dinner for all the Lord of the Isle pledges with Lord British and Star Long. Location and date to be announced. Transportation not included. Well, dinner you can arrange just about any time. Again, if you definitely want Lord British, the big question is, do you want Lord British and Star? Do you want Lord British, Star, and Chris? Let's see, Magic Gear. They've redone this a little bit from the original layout. Clothing and patterns. Pet gear. It's been a while since I've been down this alley. They really changed this up. I liked it the way it was. Because they used to have all the different armors and stuff up here. So here, archer gear, melee gear. I guess we'll have to try this vendor. Looks like nobody's been out here in the longest time. But yeah, as you can see, there's a whole bunch of chainmail and not the greatest selection longswords, but all you have to do is pick a topic, longsword, the guy wanted bladed weapons, all he's got to do is type in sword. And every sword of everything, I know he wants to, do it by this, that, the other thing, but this is probably the best option all around, in my opinion. Yeah, well, the dinner really isn't much about that. The dinner is, um, I'll tell you about that in a second. But anyway, I just disagree that making it more refined the way he wants in a tree isn't going to help us much with what we're looking for. And I really wish Novia Market was laid out the way it used to be. Yeah, so anyway, I had the fortunate experience of bundling my meal, as it may be, because it actually wasn't a dinner. We actually had lunch when we went to do one of our conventions, and we had a bunch of Dukes there. So after we went to visit the offices, yeah, that was when they were doing the move, and when they were still in the original little dark offices that they had. We got to go meet the whole staff. Got a whole introduction of what they were doing and all that good stuff by Lord British. By the way, I recorded all that, and you'll find that on the website. Just for anybody who's here, let me bring this up real quick. Let's bring this up real quick. And I guess I have to move this over a little bit. I gotta reformat that. That should be fitting on this page, but it's not. But if you go over to Shroud of the Avatar, go over to my picks area, down to the Shroud of the Avatar Portalarium trip. In here, you'll get to see the. This is Richard giving us the whole spiel in the original offices, and I believe there's some video footage of this someplace. But this was the Chinese restaurant that was downstairs, right attached in the same building as the offices, so they would just go downstairs and have a lot of their lunches there. And most of us here, you're going to see in this picture here, were people who were there for our dinners as well, and we got to go sit down and have lunch. I'll get to that here in a second. I guess I've got the picture. So, yeah, everybody, let me see, here's the whole table. Everybody here was either staff or there for their dinner, lunch, and hangout session. Yeah, I'm sure you recognize a few faces. You know that mug right there, yeah. And I think you remember this guy. I forget his name, but he was one of our members. You know, Xavier. But yeah, most of us were here for that. Of course, you don't see me because I'm the one taking the picture. And one of the things that actually got done during this was when I went down to this, the customer service side, is when I announced that. Was I in another one? I was in the other. Yeah, I was in the other ones. I don't think I'm in the one with the dinner. But I'll bring this back up. That I got to meet this gentleman, and this is the guy who took care of inserting the radio station. I forget who, the one and only, was it? But while I was there, I made the announcement that I was going to be bringing WRFB Radio Free Britannia into the game, and yeah, I was told speak to him. He takes care of it all. I gave him all the information, and the rest, of course, is now history. We are now the longest running radio station inside Shroud of the Avatar, longest single ownership. The only single ownership, because all the other radio stations are owned by multiple people. And yes, happy to have been here all these years. Happy to have been able to host the New Year's Eve party right here on WRFB. Dr. Bob, that's not Dr. Bob. Dr. Bob didn't come till later on. Little Bobby Thompson. What about Bob as in the cult of Bob? 6 foot long, 6 foot tall, wearing the bunny outfit? Yeah. But anyway, the dinner is more about socializing, and if they do it around the other Lord of the Isles and everybody else goes, then you'll have about 8 other people with you, which will make it a little bit more fun. But if you're going to be like, in Texas for something, and you can schedule something, you can get a personal dinner. I'm really shocked that they're actually shipping that. While you're at it, don't forget your still promised Lord of the Isles scene and in-game ring. Have you ever gotten the in-game ring as well as the physical ring? Because that was part of the package too, wasn't it, Bridge Troll? Yeah, well, first off, if they had delivered the ring, I would probably know about it, because I have several of you folks who have complained about what they have and haven't gotten to me because they know, I will bring it up, and of course that I have friends in low places, as it may be. So, um, yeah, I've brought it up several times, and hopefully by the end of the month you'll have to do. Well, you would wear it. Hopefully, I mean, yeah, physical ring going out is kind of surprising too. I'm curious how he's going to actually. I'm guessing that it's just going to have a stamp with the number in it, because I was really wondering how. Yeah, well, you can take that ring and imbue it with something. I mean, can't you see rings on other players? I mean, when you bring up their character sheet, don't you see the rings that other players are wearing? Like, like here? And yes, I mean, you could actually see it. You just don't see it on the character. Yeah, if you examine them. Of course, it would be nice if that serpent necklace actually hung on your neck like a real necklace. Anybody who wants a serpent necklace, by the way, can go out to shroudmarketplace.com/weddings and more by Laz. And I've got some out there available for purchase. I'm probably one of the only people who's still got some serpent necklaces out there. Yeah, well, you would hope maybe they would make a deco so you can place it, on a table someplace. Yeah, tell him, Tina. Tell him. I do all sorts of things that you're not supposed to do, and I don't care. I wear them anyway. Like why am I wearing this focus battery necklace? Nobody can see it, but well, because of the focus. Yeah, I know. Why am I wearing two Epic +1 Ring of the Unknown BMC members? Because I can. That's why. Air Shield loves those necklaces, though. Yeah, well, for me, I would probably hope they make a deco out of it and then just place it someplace. Well, here I'll give you one prime example before we wrap up here, because I know nobody ever goes into my house, and I know nobody ever looks at all the finer details of things. Like, what is that sword hanging above the rabbit head? Well, that's the sword of Bahir. And that, to me, is probably one of the best weapons you could ever have in the game without modifications. Why? Because it's a newbie item. You'll never lose it, and it could always be repaired to full durability. But aside from being one of the guys who never broke down my original Royal Founder's Crystal Sword and my Founder's Crystal Sword, I also happen to have sitting right here another very, very lowly blade, but this one happened to be crafted by Lord British himself. Do you think anybody ever comes in here and rolls over these things? But you know what? It's just something to show off. Yeah, you've been in a house, but you actually look at all this stuff. That's the whole point. Yeah. Why do I have this such unappealing sword sitting up here with some other prized possessions? Because yeah, because it was crafted by Lord British. And then of course all the other knickknacks. I mean, I got all sorts of crazy stuff all over the tables. Why? Because it's just odd stuff that I've collected over time, like these things back here. These were originally the non-tradable versions of these wax cylinders, and I guess they finally fixed those because those are now tradable. So I just placed them as deco because they weren't tradable a long time ago. Looks like they're fixed now, along with all these other little things that Cupcakes weird pieces of paper, certain books throughout the game. You know, which book? Like this funky book here that if you haven't collected it, actually has a very interesting cover to it. Let me see if I can get there and give you a good look at it. You'll notice that the cover is actually animated on it. But, you know, little odds and ends like that are worth showing off, in my opinion. You know, all this stuff over here, stuff I probably wouldn't wear, but I show it off anyway, just because I can. Including the famous bunny ears. And if anybody knows anything about me and the bunny ears, I know Tina's been to several conventions. He knows all about the bunny ears. But meanwhile, it's that time of the day. Time to wrap it up for today and get on out of here. Yeah, I have lots of stuff in there, and then I opened up the new place down the street where I've got all my other stuff. Things like the Virtue hats and the Dark Star stuff and the Frozen stuff and the, all the stuff that you're just never going to wear or use. I've got them on display down at the new shop down across from the Fire Lotus Tavern. Big thanks to Bridge Troll for that. And you can go check that property out as well. But meanwhile, we're going to wrap things up, close out some final giveaways here. I'm going to pull 2 streamer bundles again as we close these out for today. Shroud, are you here? He's not. She's just watching. And the Maynard with another win. Congratulations, Thradia and Maynard. Gonna do the end of stream giveaway. Gonna close the giveaways. Pick ourselves a winner. And Bridge Troll. Bridge Troll, you're gonna get yourself a copy of the Indie Mixtape. The Indie Mixtape. Congratulations to Bridge Troll. And then our Hype Train winners. Let me get this out to Bridge Troll real quick. Waldo, where's Bridge Troll? And then our Hype Train winners for a copy of Oddworld Stranger's Wrath 2, Stranger's Wrath HD. Going to be Box Try, and for a copy of Red Out Enhanced Edition. I believe those are the right ones. If not, I will get you ones at the appropriate price level. That's going to go to Gorix for the copy of Red Out Enhanced Edition. Congratulations to our winners. And thank you all for joining us. And of course, thank you all for your wonderful support today. Love you guys, love you gals. And of course, some of you is more than others. You know who you are. But meanwhile, we'll be back with more tomorrow. Hopefully, Jack won't get interrupted with work, and we'll have a Friday stream for you. Till then, I'm Laz, Jack's off, and we are NBNN. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you all tomorrow.